Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered, and today a fastest map ever replay. It's an epic one featuring LuckyBack and Mong. Alright, man, so I'm excited for this. Right side, it's going to be a Terran player. He's orange. It is Mong. And on the top left, it is LuckyBack. He is back. Haven't cast a LuckyBack replay in a while. RJB said that this is an excellent epic replay. Cast it as soon as you can, so here we are today. I'm casting this on the 20th of November. It's going to post tomorrow on the 29th. And usually I run with a buffer, but hey, I moved the schedule to accommodate for this excellent replay, so we will see. We will see what's going to go on here in this PvT fastest map ever replay. Yo, if you like fastest map, check out RJB. He casts a lot of fastest map at youtube.com/@RJB_TV. Link in the description here. Alright, so are we hiding this? Or just starting your Sim City with the supply depot? This is a weird place to build your bunker, I feel like. If you want to protect against zealots, just build it closer to your command center, and if you want to wall off against zealots, just build it at the choke here. But he's planning on being aggressive, right? So 2 racks opening here from Mong. Gateway. Alright, early gas here. So no zealot pressure, but dragoon pressure a little bit earlier than normal. Should be good. Man, I'm looking forward to what we get here. We're going to get carriers. We're going to get corsairs with disruption web. We're definitely going to get drops, man. The way you defeat somebody in fastest map is generally dropping them, because look at this. One storm, blah, wipes out every single SCV that is mining these minerals. When you have, 70 of them on here in late game, blah, they all die if the enemy's not paying attention. Reaver drops are good. Storm is good. Tank drops are good. There's a lot of options available in this matchup, especially for dropping on your enemy. And if you want to be excellent at fastest map, you must learn to keep an eye on the minimap. Watch for drops when they're coming, and when a drop is incoming, you got to have all your workers hotkeys selected and get them out of there immediately. You just have to. The difference between being absolutely economically crippled and actually surviving a storm drop from somebody like LuckyBack is getting your SCVs out of there in time. Same goes for the Protoss. You got to see the drops coming. You got to see the tanks. Maybe some fire bats are rushing up to this mineral, this mineral spot here. That happens too sometimes in this matchup. You proxy a couple barracks inside the enemy base, and then you run fire bats in and go whoosh, 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 and kill a ton of their workers early, and that is almost a game-winning move sometimes. Well, we got Marines. We're looking for each other. This is an 8-player map, right? So knowing where your enemy is difficult, which is why we have Marines running around. We've got probes checking for places. This guy is our winner. Ding, 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 ding. He's going to find where the Protoss is, and he's going to try to kill... Maybe kill a probe. I don't know, man. Ah, crap. 3 Dragoons just popped at 3 minutes. That is the power of fastest map, man. He dead. Okay, so Marines trade pretty well against Dragoons. Dragoon doesn't do a lot of damage versus Marine. Marine does a lot of damage versus Dragoon. So this is a good answer here. I like it. I like the bio opening, but the longer the game goes on, we've seen this a million times before, the less viable Marines and Firebats and Medics are against Protoss, because eventually Protoss will wise up and start getting Storm and start getting Reavers, and then one Storm wipes out like 8,000 Marines and near Sad Panda. So you got to start getting into tanks and stuff eventually here. We'll see. We'll see how this flows, how it flows back and forth. Citadel of Adun on the way, and there we go, a bunker. Dragoons don't have range yet. This is a very familiar scene to anybody who has seen a PvT before in their lives. Right here. Dragoons waiting patiently for the Singularity Charge upgrade to finish. No, don't get too close. Don't get too close, sir. There we are. Wonderful. Excellent. This is all good. And, well, just waiting for a factory to be built. But no, man, we're on medics. That is a Templar Archives coming in, sir. Storm is not that far away. Stim! Yeah, get off my port. Stim, stim, stim forward. Stim forward. Get them. This is really good Dragoon micro, actually. He's killed. There you go. Finally, 2 Dragoons go down, but he has killed 3 or 4 Marines. But Marines are 50 minerals, and Dragoons are much more expensive than that. Plus, they cost gas, so this is some really cost-efficient trading out of Mong. However, you kind of actually want to kill them as well. So let's see how fast Storm gets started for LuckyBack. What do we got, man? Okay, 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, 6, 1,000. He's got enough money for it. 7, 1,000 DTs. What? He's not getting Storm at all. I mean, he will eventually, but initially his goal is to make 3 Dark Templar. Okay, second command center on the way. Second Nexus warping in. Having multiple Nexuses, multiple command centers in your base is awesome. For getting that worker count up in the first place, and also to recover that worker count in case you actually fail to successfully defend against a drop. Yeah, all right. Like I said, this is some good trading from Mong. I mean, he's got to be pretty happy about this. And just forcing the Dragoons back all the way home is very nice, too. Mong, sir, do you have detection? Yes, he has an engineering bay. He has the ability to build turrets. Production tab says no turrets are on the way. Dude, this is really problematic. I think he's going to have to start building turrets when these DTs show up, and he's going to realize what a problem he finds himself dealing with. Storm's on the way behind this, by the way. And, okay, so whack, 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 whack. What you going to do about this? Oh, turret's starting. Now, oh, that one doesn't really count. These ones do. These ones are actually being built. But there's a window. There's a window where... Oh. Marines dying all over the place. Medics a little tankier. Ooh, sniping the one factory that exists for Mong is a beautiful play. I like that. That's great. All you can make now are Marines and medics, which are gonna stay out of detection range of these turrets. Oh my gosh, how is this game not over? This feels like game over-y stuff to me. Losing your factory and 2 of your 4 barracks. Oh, ComSat is up. Defending the barracks. Repair the barracks. Repair the... Okay, they're repairing the... No! Didn't get to it in time. The Dragoons finished off the barracks. It's a 2 racks Mong right now. He does have ComSat. He does have turrets. But, yo, it's 36 to 29 workers. The production capabilities are not great. He's got a starport back here, which is not going to help all that much. There's no control tower on it. Oh, this is incredible. Yeah. SCV building the replacement factory is dead. Replacement SCV dies, but finishes the factory. Awesome. Is there another factory coming up down here? No. There's not. Oh my gosh, he's going to kill this one too. Oh, LuckyBack, I've missed you. I've missed you so much. I love casting you. You're so good at this. I know, you know, he's a fastest map player, so I don't get a lot of him on the channel, but I missed him. Mong's like, get out of here, but it's 46 to 31 workers in favor. In favor of the Protoss. It's a 4-kill DT. That's a 5-kill DT. The worker count is just... It's 3 Nexus production here, man. He's got Storm. He's getting Zealot legs. The factory tech is immensely delayed. Finally, a factory is up at 8.5 minutes. These DTs are just, you know, just letting you know we're here, man. Somehow letting you know that we're here. Ugh. Okay, 3 kills are nice. Okay, well that DT is dead. This guy's like, I got 7 kills and I'm also dead. All right, fair enough. Okay, this really needs to work. It's a Firebat drop from Mong. I like this very much. Okay, so Firebat drop. Swinging up the left side. There are cannons to try to prevent against this. He knows the concern. Ah, Stormin' drop in here too. But you know what's really good at dealing with drops is giant balls of Marines. They will pick your shuttles out of the sky way before they can even reach this mineral patch. Not even close. Stupid machine shop in the wrong place. You must die. We'll build some more machine shops later. Alright, here come the Firebats. And let's see if they get any kills here. 63 probes. And Firebat down, Firebat down, Firebat down, Firebat. Okay, killed 2 probes. Alright, fail. Failed miserably there. Swinging in the south. What I tell you about the drops. Gets a storm up. SCV evac is okay, but not great. 32 SCVs remain. I don't know, he was at, what, 40-something there? Ugh. 65 to 34 workers. Mong. Mong, you must make a comeback, sir. We need you. We need you to make this a game somehow. Siege mode's on the way. That's probably going to help. Siege mode is great. On the other side, a Stargate being produced. Now, whether this is for a carrier transition, we don't know yet. And neither does Mong. I'm sure LuckyBack has a plan that he's following and executing. Yeah, more turrets along the southern side. More turrets along the northern side. There's a Wraith even in here, too, to help deal with these drops. And run. Okay, first shuttle dies, unloads. Gets a nice storm off there. The other shuttle died. But hey, Marines died. They're okay with that. They are fine with that happening. No Archon. No Archon for us today. Wow, not yet anyway. We'll definitely get Archons later though, right? And this is just storm drops. Storm drops until the cows come home here from LuckyBack. 72 to 41 workers. Got speed lots in the mix. That's what he's doing with his gas after building all of these High Templar. He's throwing up 2 more Stargates, but not a fleet beacon. Don't know. Don't know exactly what he's planning here. So maybe Corsairs. Yeah, you know what? It's going to be Corsairs. I talked about those to start the game. Corsairs to absorb the missile turret hits as these shuttles try to come in so that this doesn't happen. Man. Even like a haphazard Desperation Storm kills like 6 Marines. Super, super powerful stuff. Yeah, Corsair production. Reaver's being added too. So, all right, man. 182 to 102 supply. Mong's been on his back foot for the last 10 minutes. Has not really been able to move out at all. He's got to be feeling really bad about this. And he's got some tanks out. Yes, he's starting to add to that tank count. As we always say in PvT Fastest Map, he who gets up like 10 siege tanks inside the enemy base, when they're Protoss especially, just wins. So that's your win condition if you're Terran, and that's what LuckyBack is going to try to stop here today. Wow, okay, just right at the front here. Ooh. Zealot dropping, Zealot bombing, storming up. Tank down, turret down, bunker down. Marines, so many Marines have died today. Forward supply depot gets picked off. Why not? I'm surprised this tank is still alive. It's stationary and there are Zealots, but hey. Mong has enough Marines and medics to shut it down, friends. He needs to start producing some vultures at some point. No, he's just continuing to make Marines here. I guess stimmed Marines are good enough against Zealots. They can kind of count as vultures, and also they're good at dealing with these drops. Oh, Wraith, no. Oh, Wraith, yes! Wraith survived that encounter with all of 2 HP. Yeah, absorbing those hits. Reavers in. Boom! Good SCV pulls in all directions. I like that a lot. Still 54 remaining. I feel like he maybe lost 5 or 6 SCVs in that particular drop. Nothing incredible, I would say. But trying to catch up in supply, right? Protoss is losing a lot of stuff to try to break the front, to try to go for drops and having to replace it. And that gives time for Mong to kind of catch up. Ooh, it is a fleet beacon, but that just could be for disruption web. Doesn't have to be for carriers. In this matchup, it could be both, I guess, is what we're looking at here. Got to drop up to the north. We got some pressure at the front here. Here comes another drop. Marines trying to shut this thing down. The unload at 60 SCVs. Nothing unloads. Okay, that was even a bigger fail than the Firebat drop attempt from earlier. There were more SCVs after that drop than there were before the drop. That's not your goal. That's not what you're trying to do at all, is it? Little Wraith squad heading out. This is interesting. Wow, 3 more Stargates being added. That feels more carrier-y to me, but maybe just a ton of Corsairs is the play. Tried to high ground Dragoon this thing. On this map, you can unload on the high ground, which is really good for tanks. Pretty good for, you know, lurkers and Dragoons as well, but mostly insanely powerful for tanks. the Wraiths are hunting pylons and stuff. Probes. Carrier capacity coming in. So it is the carriers. That's a better storm drop. Oh, down to 30. It was like 65 workers there. Down to 30 on the drop is LuckyBack. This is some really, really effective dropping out of LuckyBack, but we expect the best from LuckyBack. The bar for him is so high, it's almost unfair, but he does seem to generally meet it for us, doesn't he? He's been untouched back home. The only thing that's really bothered him at all has been a firebat drop that killed 2 probes. Otherwise, he has been the one who knocks today. Kader Amulet coming in. Air weapon upgrades continuing. These Corsairs are already at +1, +1. They're working on +2 attack and +2 air armor. Gonna try to swing in from the north this time around. Doesn't like what he sees. Pulls back this time. Dragoons. Probably go after this barracks. I imagine he can see it, right? No, he can't. Oh, good placement. Cloaked Wraiths are hunting these really valuable dropships with zealots and stuff in them. Some of them are empty. That one certainly was not. Maybe don't fight a cannon if you're Wraiths. There you go. You guys are made out of the tissue paper, as we say every time. Dude, so we get Wraiths in this game? That's fantastic. We get 6 carriers at a time produced. Hey, look, tanks on the high ground of the wall. This is what I was talking about. It's really going to cover a wide area away from that wall, too. Okay, another drop swinging in. Obviously, Corsairs playing point man on this. The Wraiths running to engage. High Templar gets unloaded, and that is a lot. Okay, yep. Good attack. Oh, the secondary attack! Knocking Mong back down to 33 SCVs, down 180 to 119 supply. Just absolutely just crushing Mong into the ground here economically. The number of workers that have died today is through the roof. It's over 100 already, I think, here in 17 minutes, which is not good for a fastest map that you're playing. Plus, he's got all these tanks, but, I mean, what's LuckyBack up to? Carriers? Like 8 carriers at a time? Carriers, Arbiter Tribunal warping in here, too. Just some beautiful SimCity here, man. Just... LuckyBack is a man who's played many fastest maps. He is wonderful. All right, Mong. He is working on ship attack. Yeah, ship weapons here. So I think he's been scanning. He knows what he's up. You can't really hide what you're doing against a good Terran who's scanning you consistently. And I've been hearing scans from Mong pretty consistently. This is not a game where he just dies because carriers show up. Look at this. LuckyBack's like, you didn't kill any of my probes, so I need to sack some of them to make room for more carriers. Thank you very much. I appreciate your support in this matter. Yeah. We need to make more stuff. Ooh, shield batteries. 6 shield batteries coming up, too. Wraith, waiting launch order. They are attacking. Trying to clear the way for this triple drop ship, which contains tanks and more tanks. So, tanks coming up the left side. That's a scan. Yeah, so he scans to see a million carriers come in and say, oh, yeah, my tank drop's probably not going to work here. Let's pull that back a little bit. Obs is like, where did that drop go? Here it is. Oh, shield batteries being built here. So he wants the carriers to set up and attack this and be able to fall back to the shield batteries, I guess. That's a little bit further away than I would feel comfortable with. It's pretty far away, depending on what you want to stage up here, but... Alright, well, the carriers are moving over that way regardless. Yeah, Disruption Web is coming in after the carrier group has been already pretty well produced. Yeah, all the barracks floating out, the engineering bay floating out. Actually, the NG bay You need that to build more missile turrets, so, like, maybe don't float that out. The barracks fine. Whatever. Right. Valkyries have been added to the mix here. They are really good against the interceptors and can be good against the body of the carrier sometimes. So this is this is a massive carrier attack at 20 minutes. But that's the power of fastest map when you never get your economy bothered. Mong's up to 82 SCVs. He's really powered up his worker count. Maybe it's too many, though. That's always the concern, right? We'll see. We'll see if it's a problem or not here. Army value is going to be significantly better here for LuckyBack just because he's got 20 fewer workers and he's maxed out. So he's got more army supply available here, which is awesome. He's got an 8,000 mineral bank and a 3,000 gas bank here. This is LuckyBack just playing the hits. He had a plan. He had different stages of that plan. He executed it to perfection. But now here he is, making life really, really hard for Mong. I like how there's a single Dragoon in that shuttle. I don't know that that's all that threatening. Alright, we got 2-1-2 upgrades air here. Pretty awesome. Just kind of, killing some turrets, going after some floating buildings, just trying to make Mong's world a little bit smaller. And then when the Valkyries come in, just keep beautiful carrier micro. Don't ever take any direct body hits at all. Alright, producing 10 interceptors at a time. And you can fall back to these shield batteries if you want. Again, they're a little bit far away. I don't know. The positioning on this, I guess you're really trying to avoid getting hit with tanks, but you put them like here and you're still free. I don't know. High ground tanks, dude. They've got some range, especially if they got something spotting for them. So both players just working on ship attack upgrades. And ground armor is even on the way from both players too. Vehicle plating, gateway units getting an armor buff. Well, ground units getting an armor buff in particular. And once again, just going to set up, harass, harass, harass. And, okay, just some free Corsairs, I guess. What are you going to replace that with? More Corsairs. All right, so a little bit sloppy, I guess. Medic's getting sacrificed as well. Terran working on more Valkyries, more factories. But look how much pink there is on the map. Look at it. Mong can't go anywhere without getting immediately spotted by some kind of pink building out here. There's a tiny little situation here that you can maybe sneak. But even coming up this left side is going to be impossible. Look at these Corsairs hunting for potential drop ships that live over here. Nope. None of those, actually. And we're grouping up with our own shuttles for more aggression. So look. Mong probably has too many SCVs. He's got 91 SCVs, which is 25 more than LuckyBack does. So his army value, again, is going to be problematic. More shield batteries down here. But we'll see. Terran could be really cost efficient. Spider mines being added in. Mong's adding more and more command centers. I guess he's just floating them for supply, but the dude's, I mean, he's maxed out on supply, so I don't know what the plan is there exactly. I guess he's maxed out on supply now that he has those. No, he's making 4 more. Okay, so he's just going to have a lot of command centers. I guess in case some of these supply depots die. Look at this little dude. He's stuck. Send a drop ship. Save Steve the SCV. There's merch available at falconpaladin.store with Steve the SCV on it. Nice Reaver drop. Also, Terran stuff, Protoss stuff, Zerg stuff. Valkyrie count, a little bit nuts. That's a lot of Valkyries with 1-1. These Corsairs just disappear in a cloud of blue smoke, which is kind of the intent of the Valkyrie. Yeah, look at that. I mean, you don't even get death animations. They just go. Recall getting researched. This is where LuckyBack's like, okay, so I've killed 1 million SCVs, but I haven't been able to kill the Terran. He's turtling up like crazy. How do I break him? I've killed so many SCVs and it wasn't enough. Do I need to kill more SCVs? Okay, I'll get recall, I suppose. The impressive part of this game is that Mong has been able to survive this long. Like, really, really, really impressive stuff. Yeah, I gotta say, these little Valkyrie guys are doing pretty well. They're just eating up those interceptors. You'll notice interceptor count is like 3. But Zealot's wandering in here. Is the tank count high enough to deal with them with a little bit of storm support? Yes, it is. Still enough tanks remain for Mong to hold on here. But anytime you're paying this much attention to your front door, you gotta worry about getting dropped. So I'm sure Mong is keeping an eye on the sides of his base to see if anything's coming in. Any arbiters, maybe. Shuttles, obviously. Corsairs that are escorting shuttles, obviously. 16 Zealots at a time can be produced with a 4,000 mineral bank, it turns out. I don't know, man. LuckyBack has so much of this map. Mong has not been able to move out today. He's trying to deal with these carriers with Valkyries. He's starting to add in some Goliaths. It's like, okay, so Goliaths historically have been a good answer to these carriers as the interceptor count continues to just get replaced. I mean, that's kind of the problem here, is unless you're killing the carriers themselves, the interceptors come back pretty quickly. Carriers take a while to rebuild, but not interceptors. I think an EMP or 2 would assist on this carrier death. Okay, 1 carrier just died. I heard it. There were 3 here. Now there are 2. More tanks popping out of these factories, and the Zealots are getting obliterated. So Mong is really... Oh, nice stasis. Nice stasis. Mong is really just trying to hold on here. He needs to build as many ground units as he needs to handle the ground stuff, as well as having enough anti-air to handle the anti-air stuff, or handle the air stuff. It's tough. It's a tough thing to do here that Mong is trying to accomplish, but he's holding on. Both players around 170 supply. Okay, now the Goliath's getting some nice body hits on these carriers. And with the Valkyrie support, the carriers are all dead. All right. On the follow-up, we're just making Zealots. I don't know. I don't know if this is frustration out of LuckyBack or what, but he's like, we're just going to show up. We're going to make your Valkyries absolutely dead supply. We're just going to... oh, look at these. He's sacking SCVs because he had so many. There you go. So now, down to 50 SCVs is better than 91 at this stage of the game, where he's got a big bank. LuckyBack's only got 900 minerals left. Is he trying to win this thing here? He does not have a ton of cash. I'm not sure these Zealots are doing what they need to. Some of the SimCity with the tanks is great. Very inaccessible to Zealots. I'd almost build something on the other side of this tank so the Zealots can't really reach him at all. A couple Corsairs joining the party, giving the Valkyries something to do at least. But look at this. Mong still holding on. He's producing 8 tanks and 3 Goliaths at a time. This has been an all-out, non-stop smashing at the front here. Storm drop the remaining SCVs. Yo, 24 kill High Templar. And suddenly Mong's back down to 26 workers. He's like, wait, I wanted to get some of my workers, not that many though. Dude, this game is epic. This back and forth has been incredible. Mong's been able to drain every ounce of that 8,000 mineral bank that LuckyBack had. Now he's up, but the worker counts are even, so we've kind of reset the game a little bit. LuckyBack has more army supply, but Zealots aren't really going to cut it against 3-3 mech. Okay, 2-2 mech. With 3-3 on the way, mind you. Gadarin Core's on the way. Arbiter is getting a little bit of extra energy here. Stasises are going to be good. We're kind of just I don't want to say devolving, but we're transitioning into a more standard TDP here, right? Tanks and vultures. And, well, actually, there aren't any vultures. Tanks and Goliaths versus Zealots, Dragoons, Arbiters, High Templar. That's the play here, right? So, stasis? Maybe a stasis. And Mong using a lot of his bank to produce this much stuff, too. So it's still 2,000 to 300, which is a nice advantage for Mong, but it's not as crazy as like 6,000 minerals to 500 was a second ago. All right, LuckyBack says, engage. I do not agree with this at all. So stasis, 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 stasis. Stasis what you can, but what's the follow-up? Losing Arbiters is what the follow-up is, I guess. Yeah, man. I think Mong may have just turtled his way to victory here. He defended for 30 straight minutes. And he's finally ready to move out. Absolutely the stormiest weather we've seen in a while there. Well, look at how many tanks are left, right? That's what matters here. Dude, this is so good. Again, thank RJB for sending this replay in. Check him out, youtube.com/@RJB_TV. Woo! And yeah, hit the like button and subscribe to this channel for StarCraft action as well. Here's 6 times a week, 7 times a week in December for a holiday gift to y'all. Gonna be posting Brood War on Fridays. This game looks like it's over. I cannot believe that Mong weathered the literal storms and the figurative storms to get into this position to win. Remember what I said about, 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes ago. If you get tanks inside the enemy base, the Protoss is kind of just dead. And Mong just took a very nice step towards that with his 3-3 tanks. The Zealots are 3-3-3 too, but the advantage goes to the Terran in that situation. And, oh man, running Zealots into a little choke like this. There's enough anti-air that the Arbiters are all dying. Is there a drop setting up down here? I feel like maybe there was a drop setting up down here, but it doesn't seem to be revealing itself at all. Yeah, I mean, Arbiters not even bothering to flee. This is incredible. This is truly incredible stuff. Yeah, and I mean, I don't want to be too simple with this, but we did it. Tanks inside the Protoss base. Here's that drop. Here's the drop attempt, and the Reaver gets in. The SCVs flee. Reavers try to kill tanks instead because the SCVs aren't really available. They do get both of... Oh, no! It didn't run far enough! All right, 20 SCVs remaining. Yo! 46 to 20 workers here, but... the other problem is there are 12 siege tanks, 14 siege tanks up here. Oh yeah, like 20 siege tanks up here wrecking all of your production, sir. Quick, send Zealots in. Ah, crap, he has Vultures and Spider Mines now. That's not good for me and my zealoting ways. No, that's it. That's it. It's just Zealots and DTs and Desperation DTs in production and Corsairs, which are not going to help with this problem. Not going to help with this problem at all. Nice defensive matrix up. Tanks wandering out of these gateways and getting almost immediately obliterated before they can get within striking distance of their foes. Disruption web time, right? No, we're not using disruption web today. You researched disruption web. Some of you have enough energy for disruption web. Did you all just catch an EMP to the face? No, not all of you. Yeah, I don't know. Look, disruption web is just sort of delaying the inevitable here, right? Prolonging the pain. Mong, you absolute FME monster. You've done it. You've weathered... there, it's disruption web. You've weathered one of the most impressive storms I've seen from a Protoss and FME. And just held on and held on and held on and held on and rebuilt and then moved across the map and got that win. Look at this. Look how beautiful this is. Every Terran fan is cheering wildly at their screen right now. I didn't know if you could do it, Mong. But you did it. You pulled it off for Terrans everywhere. I mean, I appreciate the kind of stick-to-itiveness here from LuckyBack, but seriously, guy, this is over. Keeps like, what are, I don't know, these DTs wandering into spider minefields. Yep, that's LuckyBack right now. Corsairs hunting. Okay. Just clearing out the anti-air. It's one final drop attempt. No! Oh, secondary storm was good. Mong has 5 SCVs remaining, but it doesn't matter. GG, LuckyBack taps out, and Mong is our winner. Oh, that was incredible. What a truly fantastic PVT. Yeah, epic level, man. For Mong to make that comeback was killer. So inspirational for everybody who saw it. I don't care what race you play. I don't care what you main in StarCraft. That was awesome. I thought for sure LuckyBack had this. I was like, LuckyBack, he's got this. He's slowed Mong down. Mong is probably going to get some nice counterattack momentum going, but then it's going to be too much on the counterattack. And yeah, you could almost feel the frustration of LuckyBack in this game, though, right? He's like, what do I have to do to kill you, Mong? I've killed honestly, he must have killed 200 total SCVs in this game. I wish we had a count for that because it's got to be 200 plus. It has to be. I've killed 200 plus of your SCVs, right? You haven't been able to move out at all. How are you still making stuff? How are you replacing your SCVs so easily? Well, because he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like 9 landed command centers. You can make 9 SCVs at a time. That's a good way to get your worker count back up after losing 50 workers, yeah? Then yeah, LuckyBack, like, he goes carriers, that doesn't really work. He goes like storm and zealots, and that doesn't really work. Mong's perfectly positioning his army with enough anti-air and anti-ground to handle it, and then Mong's like, huh, you know what, I'm feeling good. And he moves out and bam, takes it right to the Protoss, gets that win despite the map domination, despite the map vision. Sometimes you just can't stop a Terran from walking across the map with his mech army and punching you in the face. GG. So 469,000 points, so 457,000 points. Mong won that one. Got outproduced by the Protoss, but outkilled the Protoss by similar numbers there. Pretty even. Buildings raised 88 to 86, but the buildings that were raised were at the end of the game and not in the middle of the game. And, I mean, this is Protoss outspending the Terran by a lot, by like 40,000, 35,000 resources in 35 minutes, and just not enough. Just Mong's resilience and ability to hold on. It's great. It is so good. All right, man. So that is an epic PVT for you. I really hope you enjoyed that because I certainly did. I could not have enjoyed it more. I had so much fun, and that's going to be it for me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered and a fastest map ever. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. If you like what you saw and what you heard today, you can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.